Mama Doll. This is me, and it's the 4th of July, and it's a beautiful day. It's cloudy, but the sun is out too, and it's the most quiet 4th of July I ever witnessed in my whole life. We didn't even have a parade here, and we're not going to have any fireworks, but they're going to have some over in Fort Myers, but naturally we never go anywhere or do anything on the 4th or any holiday. We like to stay right home here. And we were going to go over the pool, but I imagine it's pretty well packed. But this afternoon, I helped get some of the insurance things together and stuff that we want to do about Henry's insurance and hospitalization, all that stuff. So there's quite a bit to that. And I don't know, maybe tomorrow we got to take her car over and have something done that they didn't do right when the car was there. All this while it was over there, and I told the guy, I says, the car's worse in the garage than it would have been if we'd have had it at home. I picked up Elsie on Monday night. I picked her up Tuesday night. She came in right on time, 10:13. From Tampa, from Milwaukee to Tampa, and then from Tampa to here. And she had a beautiful flight. She said it was so wonderful. She had such a good meal, and it was so relaxing. She enjoyed it so much. And was she glad to get home, just like I was. She just sat in a chair, and she looked around, and just said, oh, my God, isn't this wonderful? Because up there was always so many people and always in crowded conditions. They don't have nice big homes like we got here. And we were just all huddled together. And we stayed at her sister Jenny's. And she's got one little bitty teeny bathroom. And the three of us, that was pretty tough. So here we both got our own bath. So we just enjoy that so much. I got your letter yesterday, and I just don't know why in the heck, Mom, that you can't get stronger and to sit up longer. You've got to. My goodness, you can't be on your back while you'll be an invalid. You certainly don't want that to happen to you, do you? I worry about you. Elsie sure was happy to get all those nice things I sent home here, and she loves the towels and the pillowcases and the bedspread. That bedspread chills I put on her bed. It looks so nice in there. I can see I'm sitting out here on the patio now, and I'm looking in there, and it looks so beautiful on the bed. And everything we got, she was real pleased with. She got such a kick out. She didn't want me to open anything till she got here, see. So then I opened it and showed her each thing, and naturally that picture, she just sits and looks at that, that painting of yours you gave her. She just loves that thing, and she sits here and looks at that, admires it so much all the time. She's in her bedroom right now, trying to straighten out something, I don't know what, in her other bedroom, not her new bedroom, her old bedroom. I had the house real nice and neat when she came home, but now, naturally, it's messed up because we have all her stuff, and we got so much stuff to put away yet. And tomorrow the man's coming to cut the grass, and it grows fast now because we've been getting an awful lot of rain. And I've got so much to do out in that yard that it's terrific. It's going to take me a month to catch up with that. Of course, I was away a month, and she was gone a month. And our bird of paradise flower is beautiful. It was blooming when I got home, and it still is. They last real long. And I was so glad that it was still here for her to see, too. And our roses are blooming, and what the heck? And the hydrangea bush on the side here is just beautiful. There's about 5 or 6 real big flowers on there. They're just about drooping out now, but they're still pretty. But Sarah, when she came by while we were gone, when they first bloomed, she said they were just gorgeous. Everything is growing so nice now, and kind of all the good rains we've had. We had all the last week while I was home, we had rainstorms and thunder and lightning. But, we love it. Boy, I'm telling you, this weather down here, they can have that northern weather. Down here, at least it can be warm, but it cools off nice at night. There's always a breeze, and if there's any at all, we get it with this house down here. Doors and windows and everything, and screened in. Just if there's any air, we get it, no matter which way it comes from. But anyway, we're two happy people to get home here, and we just didn't do too much of anything, because I know she was all tired out, and we both had a nap this afternoon. I laid out here on the patio, and she was in her bed, and we just do as we please and don't have to rush around or worry about going or coming, you know. And it's so much more relaxing. So I'll sign off just for now, and then a little later, Elsie will say something to you. I love you, sweetie. You better get on your feet, or I'm going to be mad at you. And you get your tape recorder out. No more letters, because I don't like to write letters. I hate to write letters. Take them down.
Hi, Bessie. This is Elsie. I just came in here to hear your tape, and I was in the bedroom doing all kinds of stuff, taking care of bills, but I didn't do a hell of a lot. As Dixie said, we were laying down and sleeping. She here on the porch, and I was in Henry's bed, you know. And, there's so much to do. I came back to take care of insurances. I'm behind my insurance, and they said I should pay by the 2nd of June. Well, July. Well, I just got in the 2nd of July, so I'm sorry. They'll have to wait till tomorrow. I got everything lined up in my purse. Not everything, but I got quite a bit. So I pay 3 months on that. That's $80 in advance. That's for the hospital and that weekly insurance with the Prudential. And as she said, we got to go back with the car. They from standing outside, the darn thing got rusty, and I got to have it cleaned and washed and to get that rust off. And the aerial got corroded, wouldn't come out, and they didn't fix the door. And there might be 101 things that they didn't do it to it. And the damn fools were supposed to pick it up a week before I went, a week before the that Saturday, the 1st of July. And if they would have picked it up, the 1st of June, I mean, they would have had it done and wouldn't have had to stand out there a whole month outside in all that traffic and get all rusty. But that's life, you know, and it's only a car, so we really shouldn't squawk too much about it. And, Yeah, it's starting to thunder now. The sun is out beautiful, and there's not much traffic, even though it's 4th of July. As she said, it's the quietest one. There's a flag here up on Coronado on the street right across our canal. And otherwise, you wouldn't even... Do you see it, Dixie? You didn't even see it, I bet you, huh?
I see it.
Yeah, now you see it. See? It's behind the trees. And if you didn't have that out, you even wouldn't know it's the 4th of July. No parade or nothing. But last year they had a little parade. I suppose it was too much of an effort to get the kids together. But still, all the spring I heard them practicing marching and everything in the public grounds there in that store, in the shopping center. There goes a Greyhound bus bringing tourists in, even today on the 4th of July. Yeah, so, and about the bathrooms, yeah, boy, now we got our own bathrooms, and you can putter around, and my sister will be so happy to use her bathroom all alone, because, you know, Bessie, she is sick on the sick list. She has a very large tumor, and God, how many years did she say? 40 years old, a tumor, so you can imagine how big that is and how heavy she's got to carry that thing around, you know, oh, man. And she's fat anyway, and her feet are swollen, and, oh, boy, that's terrible. Yeah, it's awful, and I tried to get her to a doctor, call, make an appointment, but no soap, she just wouldn't do it. But I did make her happy up there. Did you tell her what I bought her? Oh, I bought her a color TV, a Sylvania, and Dixie and Jenny and I, we looked at it, and I was so tired I sat down. I thought, well, let those two haggle. It's enough if I'll pay for the darn thing. Let them haggle it out between themselves. So they fought each other off, and they settled. They wanted the Zenith, and the guy convinced them they wanted the Sylvania, so they took it, colored. And she had one real old. How was that one? It was one of the first ones that came out. Carlson. Why they have them? It was the way you do the works and the machinery on the top. You lift off the top, so you can imagine, like old Victrola. You open it up and work it. So that's how old it was. And she had a stuffed chair. Every time I sat in there, my back creaked. Dixie complained about it, too, so I bought her a stuffed chair. Formaldehyde.
What is it?
A formaldehyde.
No, some kind of hide.
Well, some kind of hide anyway. It sounds like it.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's a recliner. It's olive green or aqua. What do you call it? Olive green. Olive green. And it's real, real nice. Oh, yeah, Bessie, I got to thank you for all the stuff that Dixie Paxton sent down here, the bedspread and all the pillow strips and everything. And I have, and the radio, and that beautiful picture. How could you part with it? You should have put that under your arm and taken it along. I never thought I'd ever get that while I'm living here. When I got home, she had it on the wall, but I made her change it in a different place right next to it. Exchanged with a vase of red poppies. I wanted that. Don't it look better that way? And see, then at night when the light is on, it shines right. Oh, you can just admire it. Oh, this morning at 5 o'clock, I was sitting up here and looking at it. It's real beautiful. Yeah, I asked Dixie why you couldn't maybe have that in your room there. But she says not enough wall space, because that would cheer up the room if you had calendars and pictures there. Or some night somebody might cop this one. It's so beautiful. Yeah. Are you, Dixie's worried about you that you're not going to make friends and get acquainted with the people like in the dining room. And use your her lovely personalities that she had, yeah. You know, and talk to everybody and get acquainted. And, yeah, sure. But I think your mother may be laid in bed too long, and by laying, the longer you lay, the weaker you get. And, Bessie, you have to get up. Even if you're tired, just sit up and get up and go to bed. Get up and go to bed. And even if you don't want to get up on the chair, sit on the bed, put your feet down. And then lay down again, and then get up again. It's the activity by getting the blood out of your head and into your feet. Because if you don't, you will just vegetate. Yeah, you will vegetate, and that's no good. Then when you want to get up, you won't be able to, because that's why they get everybody up out of the in the hospital bed right after the operation, to get the blood in the feet and out of the head and keep active. And yeah, and even like if you have to call for the wheelchair and be taken into the dining room, just that you sit up there and you're active with the people. It must be done, honey. Otherwise, if you don't make friends right away, then they'll just think that you're stuck up or something. And yeah, or then like she said, that you're an old crab. And then they, it's not good. So you better get busy. And about writing letters, Bessie, if she wants to send you tapes, okay. And if you want to write, you still write. Because if it's too hard for you to write, you do just what you want to do. Just not because Dixie's telling you got to do it. Cause, yeah, but it takes time to get it up. Unless Jack would be there and help her adjust it when he comes. Little by little, but if it's easier for her to write a few lines and then lay down again, she should do whatever's best for her, because, it's easy for us to say that when you're active, you can tell anybody to do something and you think it's easy. But I know when I was sick too, Bessie, I used to take care of everybody too, but when I was sick, nobody came, and I couldn't even walk to the bathroom. Well, on 45th Street where you were, the first time with Pop, well, I would, from my bedroom, that front bedroom, I would get on my hands and knees on the floor, and I would crawl to the bathroom, which was maybe 12, 15 feet, with my feet, and I laid in the hall in order to get enough strength to sit up on the toilet. So I know what it is to be weak. And then I got a girl in to cook for me. That was my trouble. Oh, we're getting to we got to turn over. It looks like to the bottom. But I'll keep on jabbering anyway. So I had a Rose come in and cook for me, and all I did was just had the cookbook there and said, well, now, Rose, this you make today, this you make today. And I put on weight, but she put on an awful lot of weight, too, but it was very good because right after that she had to go for an operation, and she was built up fine. And the doctor was so pleased that she gained all that weight just before her operation. So now you better just gain weight and gain a little strength. And drink your milk and your beer as you always do before you go to bed, too. And if you're hungry, well, just ask for a glass of milk or beer during the day. And you better stop it, Dixie, huh? You're rushing me.
No. Oh, all right.
She is rushing me. Okay, shut up.
Oh, my God, it'll be next June or so.
While I'm back, I'll just push in a little more. You know, we're going to work tomorrow a whole lot and do all of Henry's business. And tomorrow's Henry's birthday, July 5th. He would have been 88 years old, and all of this work comes on his birthday. So I hope that we have a lot of success and do everything that we're supposed to do, that we don't forget everything. We got to send a lot of stuff to Medicare yet and send out his doctor bill to the physicians. I didn't even notify them yet. Well, I had all that stuff home here, and the doctor didn't write it out. He sent it by mail, and I had all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm back again, and might as well finish up what I was saying. Yeah, we're going to pay up a lot of stuff, you know, if Henry's on his birthday tomorrow. July 5th, 1968. He would have been 88 years old. It's and I always he just missed it about a month, by a month and 5 days. But I always said to Dixie, I don't know, I have a funny feeling he's going to live to be 88 years old. But now when he was sick, I just prayed to God that he would take him when I knew he was failing. And I thank God that he saved him from suffering a month and 5 days extra. Not to grant my wish that he would be 88. I'm so thankful that he took him before when he did. For my part, he could have taken him sooner because he was nothing but a guinea pig at that hospital. They just tried everything on him. Oh, yes, and she said I should tell you about the funeral. Everything was fine, everything. And I think his and Elizabeth's relatives that were there were pretty surprised how everything turned out. I didn't hear one complaint about it or anything. And, you know, after the funeral, they were all invited to go to a breakfast. Did you try, Mother? A brunch at the Pancake House. Did you try? She don't remember if she told you. Well, there were 48 that came to the breakfast. Some had to go home and some had to leave town. But there were 48. So, and my bill was, how much did I say, 87 or up in the $80. So, it shouldn't have been that much. But it was. Yeah. So, everything was nice and fine. Nobody complained about anything. Oh, and then this Isabel that lived in Chicago, well, she stayed at the motel one more night, and Elida and Bob stayed, and then the next time Elida and Bob went home, but then Isabel stayed with me, over to Jenny's house, because my brother-in-law passed away just 4 years before Pop did.
Same.
No, Henry died the same day. Oh, no. The same day as my brother-in-law, Jenny's husband, died 4 years ago on the same day, and June 6th, and June 1st, Henry died, and yeah, June 6th, and Ernie died June 1st, the 4 days, 4 years apart. See, that's just like.
My pop and
Ernie and your pop died only 6 days apart, the same year, yeah. But now Henry was 4 years just after, on the same day. Well, like Dixie's birthday is March 8th, and my father died that year in 1959. That's the year that I met Dixie, only Halloween. in fall, at the end of October. Trick or treat night we met. See. Alrighty. So then, Paul Rasmussen, he died on the same day that Paul Prill died. My first husband died on that day. Remember, Dixie? And he was dead a year in February 11th. That's the day that Paul Rasmussen died. Oh, yes. And you know, Dixie and everybody was saying how terrible Marion, how that her mother, E. was so failing and everything. Well, you know what? Did we have a surprise of our life? We get over there. How old is her mother?
Same as mine, 76.
76. Well, you know what she was doing? So help me. So help me God. She was cutting grass outside. And she's a picture of her house. My gosh. She had rouge and everything on. And in the morning she went shopping.
She went way over to
Just here.
She took the bus way over to Capitol Court, and then she came home, and then she did some grocery shopping up about 3-4 blocks and walked over there. And she came home, and she mowed some of the lawn, and then she had to take the dog out, and then she has to get supper, and she has to clean the house and do her washing. And I'm telling you, that woman, she looks terrific.
Bessie, does that sound like a sick woman? And here we we thought she was sick. Well, believe you me, I told Dixie I couldn't do that on a bed. If you would have paid me for all of that, I couldn't have done that in a day. Well, here today, I made the dinner, and Dixie, even she made the potatoes, and then she washed dishes, and that was the height of our ambition today. Oh, yeah, and we looked at the house here we were gone about a half an hour to look at the house and made the beds. Well, that was the height of our ambition today. And making the tape now. Well, in the insurance, yeah, but that wasn't manual labor like E. did and cut grass. Why, if you gave me $20 for cutting that grass like she did, I wouldn't have done it. So, holy mackerel. No, and she isn't thin or anything. Well, why should be thin? How strong she is. If she was thin, she wouldn't be able to do that. She's strong enough. Just I'll give you back this.
Yeah, I think Elsie did quite a big spiel here, Mud. Yeah, I'm telling you, we were so surprised. But Marion is working so hard. She looks bad. She's all worn out, but she's got that business going darn good now. It was run down to nothing. She had debts. He left her with debts like mad. And it cost her $1,400, $18,000 in debt, and she paid that all up. And then it cost $14,000 a month just to run that place, get the doors open. So she really, really had to scrimp and go. Oh, yeah, and Elsie's going to sell the Brookfield house, which is a doggone good idea. She had the painter, needed painting. That trim, needed painting very badly. And the roof leaked somewhere, and they had to take care of that. So Marion went over there yesterday, I guess, wasn't it? She had to go over, and then the people that live in there now are building their own home, and they want to break the lease and move in August, and their lease isn't up for another 6 months, is it? So I imagine Elsie, Marion will make them pay for that rest of it. She's having a little difficulty with them now, but they were nice people. We went over to see them, and they were real nice to us. He was a German, wasn't he? He talked broken. Yeah. And they kept the place beautiful. It just looked like a mansion, didn't it? It was so neat in the yard. Everything was so pretty there. So, yeah, it's starting to lightening now. It's getting a little dark over on the other end there, over in Fort Myers side. So, wait a minute, here she is again.
Oh, and Bessie, when we come home, the first thing we notice, even there, how dirty it was over at Jenny's house and Ivan's. Well, Ivan is right near all the boats, and, all that soot from the boats and all the factories. near the Lake Michigan, and you can hear the foghorn all the time. And at Virginia, where we stayed, oh, they got the trains there, and you can hear cluckety cluck all night, and the big trucks, and oh man. And I washed my pair of panties, and I hung them on the line, and I forgot about them, because I didn't need them. So 2, 3 days passed. It was raining off and on. I went out there. I didn't think those were my pants. They looked like a scrubbing rag. Like when I washed the screening here, just that black with soot. And and where the two clothespins were, you could just see where the soot was rolling around. And oh, was it dirty. When I came home, I was so tired. We talked so late. And, well, the mud we can have here too, Dixie, but that comes out. But that damn suction, oh, man. And see, when it rains and that rain washes all that dirt down, see, and I suppose my clothes just happen to be in the way of the dirt. Well, listen, I'll give you it back.
Yeah. Oh, I can tell you, traffic, you don't hear any noise here. It's so peaceful and quiet. That's a bus. A bus just went by across the canal on the next street. And we don't notice, we don't hear any noise here. It's so good for the nerves down here. Up there, oh my God.
Went over there. I went to bed at 11 o'clock and 12 o'clock there on a Saturday night. I don't know what happened, but I was up. I woke up with a bang, and I was up yet after 2, about 5 to 2. Then I got up again, and I took a sleeping pill. Well, then I was up at 5 o'clock. Something disturbed me. Well, then I was up again for the day.
There's just no rest up there. And then all that chasing and that damn old lawyer up there. Oh, God. So.
And well, he'd be mad at me, Bessie, because I was supposed to sign more papers, and I didn't.
He says, the heck with it. I'm going home. I've been up here. Marion said everything they did, they could have done in 10 days, 7 to 10 days. That's all she would have had to been away. And here he kept her a whole month. He is out of his mind. He's a nut. So is his wife. She's a lawyer, too. They both work in there. Oh, I'm telling you. But now she's done with him, and she's not going to have him for anything anymore. So I'll sign off for a little while, sweetie. Love you, doll. 12 by 14.
Oh, yes, Bessie. And, when we moved down here, how the trouble we had with the movers and everything, and all the breakage and all that crap, all those boxes and everything laying in the garage in our way. And so now, I wrote before Henry passed away, I wrote to him and I says that I haven't heard of him for 2 years, and his 2 years is up in August. In August, when we moved the furniture down, I says, I think that I've changed my mind. I don't want to have anything to do with it. And then, by the way, in a few days, he sent it airmail. He had the whole papers, everything made out for legal proceedings. So when I went down to the office, he talked about it. I said, well, just forget it. I says, that's over with. I don't want to dig anything like that up. So I don't know now if he took it that way or if he really is going to make more fuss about it. But with me, after 2 years of agony and thinking about it and laying awake here nights about it and worrying about it and everything, with all that inconvenience here in the garage, I thought, forget it. I don't want to, and have me get another heart attack here or something, or a stroke or something. It isn't worth it. For what? Just to make him richer? Because all that grief and everything? No, thank you. I've had enough, so I won't have him work on it at all. I'll just tell him to forget it. Oh, yes, and then he wanted me to sign an affidavit for him to come down here and take care of all the things down here to be taken care of. Well, I thought, nuts to you. Why should I have it? Oh, and then he wants to come down in September. Sure, the vacation would be on me, I'd pay for he and his wife, the plane fare and everything, and all the car costs. Boy, he would live in style here. And I thought, the hell with that. So I was supposed to go on Monday, and I thought to myself, I'll forget it. I'll come down because I've got so much to do here. all this bookwork supposed to be done, and my insurances and all that. So I thought it's time for me to go. So I got on the plane and came down, and I couldn't even get a seat in the coach. I had to take the first class, and otherwise I wouldn't have been able to get a plane maybe today or tomorrow, or yesterday or today or even tomorrow. So the quicker I got out of town, the better. So I didn't sign any papers, and here I am. So what I can do myself, I'll do, and because that's just a little too much taking advantage of a good thing. Yeah. Oh, Dixie, I told you to put those rubber gloves if you're working in the yard, Dix. I don't care what you do. You've got your hands. Try it. Why don't you listen to me once? She's working on the beautiful pink roses. Oh, they're up almost as tall as I am. They have to be cut down. They're all in bloom, beautiful. And she's in there, pulling them out with the weeds around the roots with her hands. And I want her to use gloves. Dixie, why don't you try it? You never tried it. You just won't try it. I could throw her right in that canal way over to Coronado when she does that, and she won't listen because then she has trouble with her fingers, and I think it's the ground that does that. See, she don't mind either. So, yeah, it's all done. You could have put your gloves in this as well. See, it's all moist from all the rains we had here. Oh, and things are so dirty here, too, from the rain that washed in from the screen, like my pants. Well, isn't it those pads here on the table? All the mud that goes through the screening here, But all in all, I'm glad to get back. Boy, what a relief. And it'll take us many days to kind of look things over. Look, many days, many weeks and months. I don't know where to go. I got all of Henry's clothes in the dresser here and the clothes closet. I don't know what I'm going to do with it all. Some of the shirts I can wear, the white shirts, the sport shirts I can wear with my slacks and shorts. And so I'll manage some way. Yeah, what I don't use I can give to Goodwill. Nothing. I'll give it to St. Vincent de Paul. They don't sell it. They give more down here than they sell. So, okay. Oh, and you know what? Dixie brought me a rosary, and she's going to show me how to pray the rosary. The one from all different countries, that colored beaded one. Yeah, she brought that home for me. So now I said, well, I'll carry it if she shows me how to pray on it. So, to say each bead. Very simple. So she said there's nothing to it. Well, then I'll know because it's a beautiful rosary. Well, I think I'll just sign off until she comes in. So long, Bessie, for now. Bye-bye now.
Hi, Mud. I just came in and I'm filthy dirty. I want to go in and take a shower. And it's been so darn long since I got my back washed that I'm not going to let Elsie run away until she washes my back. I'm looking at her sitting here and she looks so much better than she did up north. Your eyes are really sparkling. Her eyes, and she looks real good now. Your eyes look real good. Yeah. But you rested this afternoon, but I just can't get over it. Yeah. Sure you have. You got plenty of time to rest. So I'm going to take my load of junk I cleaned out around my bushes and take it across the street and dump in the lots, and then come in and take a shower. So I'm going to sign off now. Yeah, be sure and take care of yourself and get out and eat good and meet people, okay? And I'll talk to you Sunday. So long, sweetie doll. Love you, love you, love you. So long.
So long, Bessie. God bless you, and hurry up and get well and strong again. Keep on eating everything in the pantry.
Okay, so long, doll. The end. Time. Of course, you know that, don't you? So hurry up and get well so we can go out and paint the town red when I get home sometime next month. Okay, sweetie? Don't forget now, get your old pins a-working so you can walk around and mess around like you like to do. So long, doll. Love you, sweetie.